king, baby.
It's kind of blowing my mind, but like nobody's talking about Shotgun Copman from Dead Toast Entertainment, the people who made My Friend Pedro, which was basically this kind of Hotline Miami-esque kind of game, and I feel like it was among the beginning of games kind of copying Hotline Miami's more high score driven, fast, and very strategic combat and gameplay, but kind of dropping the more meta narrative behind those games, which, for better or worse, a lot of other games have actually continued that meta narrative, and I think that's cool, and I'm glad that other games have went and took the more just pure fun aspect of the gameplay and also ran with that. It's kind of like when I was talking about 3D platformers evolving into games like A Short Hike, and that evolving into games like Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip. There's a natural evolution there by iterating on the past and creating something new in the future, and it's really, really, really interesting and super enticing to think about. And I feel like something like Shotgun Copman is doing that same thing in a way, and it's actually kind of a interesting amalgamation of design. Much like the recent Atomfall, it's kind of survival-esque, stalker-esque, Metro, a little bit of Fallout, and that kind of kill everybody, do anything. It's RPG, but it's not all RPG. Shotgun Copman's kind of doing that, right? And I think that's really, really cool. So Dead Toast did My Friend Pedro, which, like I said, was kind of Hotline Miami-esque, based on an original Flash game that he did, and it's really cool game. It's a 2D side scroller. You do a lot of slow-mo, Max Payne style, cool, just action shit the whole time. Shotgun Copman, on the other hand, is, like I said, an interesting amalgamation of design. It's very much like a Flash game that I would have played in middle school in the computer lab, 100%. It's something off of Miniclip or FlashGames.com and so many others. Many people for many years can think back to these kind of games, Stickman games, and just all these crazy things. There's so many of those that I can't remember the name of, but it's a very Flash game-esque experience, and that's kind of cool. And I've seen some people go, oh, you should have released this before you released My Friend Pedro, it looks worse, and blah, blah, blah. Actually, it's a cleaner style than My Friend Pedro. It's less vibrant. It's more focused, I feel like. It's actually a much, much faster and a much smoother, much more refined and tight experience than My Friend Pedro. It's probably about the same length, give or take. So many fun levels. There's like 9 worlds, or levels as I say, the 9 levels of hell, each with 17 levels per world, as well as a tutorial world, so there's like technically 10 altogether. It is really cool, and the whole thing is Shotgun Copman, who's a cop with a shotgun. Kind of looks like a thumb guy from Spy Kids. It's kind of funny. And he's going after Satan, who's the ex-boyfriend of his wife, which you only get that information from the weird little documentary thing that Devolver released on YouTube, which I highly suggest to go watch that. I'll leave a link. Definitely go watch that. It's absolutely hilarious. And the game is very, lacking in the department of story, and it really doesn't matter because it's just a really fun game, and you jump around and you kind of boost yourself around and propel yourself through the levels using your shotgun, and then you unlock, you get different pistols, machine guns, rocket launchers, and sniper rifles, and like weird like lightning guns and just crazy stuff to get around. And then you start doing things where like you're moving blocks and doing block puzzles. You're like grappling yourself around, or air's blowing you up or left and right, and you're avoiding spikes. It's almost like you're playing a Mario game at this point, and it gets kind of wild, and it's cool because it's like, it's part puzzle game, part Flash game, but it has that same challenge of like the Hotline Miami My Friend Pedro style thing, in the fact that you also have enemies to contend with. So it's the strategy of taking out the enemies, even though you can sometimes just avoid them unless you're trying to go for like perfect score, perfect run. You're contending with the enemies and the environment. So you're looking at the strategy of getting around, defeating the enemies, surviving the obstacles in your way. Now the game is pretty forgiving, so when you get hit once, your heart floats around and you can get it back. And if you're good at bouncing around like crazy, you can actually cheese that pretty well. And the game is challenging, and a lot of people are going to have a challenge with it, but for the most part, it's still a very, very easy game. But also, I guess it's, I don't know, like I said, a lot of people are going to have challenge with it and have a problem with it probably. I mean, there's people who had issues with Ash vs. Evil Dead and Halloween on Retro Realms, and I found At least Ash vs. Evil Dead, not that bad. Those are fun games. But, you know, some people are just not used to that retro style of games where you actually had to learn how to play them. Maybe you die once or twice and you'll figure it out. Like, it, you know, as long as you're good at solving problems in real time, it's not that big of a deal. It's not for everybody, of course, but neither is Hotline Miami or a lot of these games in this old school route, like a Dark Souls or something, you know, something very old school in design. But Shotgun Cop Man is so fun. It feels like it shouldn't be as fun as it is, but aesthetically it's so smooth, it's tight, it's refined so well. It's so fun of an experience. Just hop in, hop out. You can play for a few minutes and you can stop. And it's not like crazy long. It's only $10. It is so fun. It gives you that same feeling as I Am Your Beast and Angerfoot and these games, which is fast, frantic, great music, shooting shit, blowing shit up, and just getting through a level and you feel good because you defeated the challenge. It's like Mario, Hotline Miami, and just all these cool like 2D style games, but mixed up into this really interesting, well-crafted, bombastic ass journey through hell to arrest Satan. It's crazy. And literally at the beginning of every level, Satan just flips you off and says, "Fuck you, Shotgun Cop Man," and then just flies away on whatever its little drones are that he has flying around. It's a blast. The enemy variety is good. The environments are good. Every world has a new kind of thing that comes back in later levels in different ways, and they kind of like play with all these different things, and it's so cool. It's so cool. It's just like a puzzle game where like they introduce puzzles and they bring them back later. You know, they introduce enemies like in any other game would and then bring them back later, and they use them all in these very strategic ways to give you adequate challenge. And I think it has an adequate challenge in both the difficulty of fighting enemies, getting through the levels, and solving the puzzles, and most of it being done pretty quickly and in real time. Sometimes that's not the case, but man, does it feel good. It feels good to play. I think it probably would feel good to watch. It's just a really fun and refined experience. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that, but man, it's fun. It's really good. I remember when I saw it announced, I was like, I might check that out. Because I remember when Dead Toast, they showed something about, working on my next game. I was like, it looks pretty early in development. But then I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, it wasn't that early in development. It's actually not that far from what we're finally getting in the full game. That's kind of cool. And for $10, and it's basically like this flash game kind of experience. I mean, it's so fun. Just like drop in, drop out, just have a good time. Have a few runs, whatever. It's kind of, it's the same appeal that roguelikes and stuff have, but it's not a roguelike, and that makes me very happy because I'm getting really tired of roguelikes, battle royales, honestly, Souls-likes. All three of those game genres are just killing me right now. I just played so many, I love so many, and I just can't do it anymore. It's just getting absurd how many there are. So it's fun when I get to play something like this that is just a fun, frantic, crazy, good time, challenging, entertaining, occasionally makes you think and figure out puzzles and just sit down and goof around for a little bit, have a good time. You don't have to worry about the story, you don't have to worry about narrative, choice, or nothing. It's just a game-ass game, video game-ass video game, full of fun from beginning to very end. And that's honestly all I wanted from it. And I think it's great. I think that, though, right now, not too many people are talking about it because it's kind of flying under the radar a bit, I feel like. It is on Steam and Switch. I think soon a lot of people are going to be talking about it. I think it's going to be one of those games that a lot of people are talking about. So, keep your eyes on it. Keep your eyes peeled. Definitely check this thing out for $10, Steam and Switch. Shit, I might even give a copy away or something because this game is fun. And I definitely think that Dead Toast deserves the support. So, anywho. I've been enjoying it on Switch. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy the game. Definitely go check it out. It looks kind of odd when you're trying to get into it, but it's a really good time. I promise. The Forge is calling me, and as you know, I must answer. So I'll see you all next time when the next video has been forged.